Alright, changing the AC compressor on 2016 Colorado. I just got this bolt off that went through here. I had to move this ground out of the way, and then I used a box end wrench to take that off. Now it looks like I'm going to need to take this wheel off on the driver's side to access a couple more bolts. Also, that lower compressor bolt was a 13 millimeter, and this is a 15, I believe, for the, yeah, it was a 15 for the ground wire. Took the wheel off, and it looks like it's gonna, I don't know if it's gonna help taking this fan shroud out, or this wheel well off, but it's taking a B15 Torx. Also, before you take off any bolts besides those bottom ones, release the belt off that pulley on the compressor. And I dropped my 1/2 inch down there, but that's the size it takes to release it, and a breaker bar helps. Alright, now to get this off, I got a drop light here, and I'm using an extension and a long socket to get the AC line off first. And it's actually pretty loose, so it shouldn't be too hard. Alright, got that bolt out off there. Now I'm going to take these two. Looks like it's a bolt on top and or a nut on top and a bolt on bottom. I'm going to do the bottom first and then come back and do the top. That way it's a little easier to grab and I don't drop the compressor, even though it's a crappy one. Also, before you get too much further, before taking any of those bolts and nuts off, I did remove all the electrical stuff so that this thing isn't going to hang on a wire and break something. It looks like, I don't know how to get those out yet, but I'll figure out. It looks like the couple of bottom electric connectors a little hard to get to, so I'm going to take this bottom shroud off right here. Looks like we have 4 bolts. Shouldn't be too bad, and it also will help get the compressor down because you can't really get it down from the back. To take that electric clip off, you pull these 2 wings. There's 2 little, little wings out. Then you press down on the gray, and it should pull out pretty easily. I'm gonna go for this bottom bolt here. Then I'm gonna go for the top bolts, or nut right there. Alright, used a short 13 socket to get this bottom bolt. Let me get this in here. This bottom bolt that was in here out, and I'm about to try to get this top one, but I'm going to need a long one because it's a nut on a thread. So let me get that out, and that looks like what's kind of hanging on. I'm going to keep this hanging here while I take that nut out so it doesn't just fall. So I'm gonna get that one next. And I came in through here like this, and I had my wrench up as I put it on here. Oops, can't see. As I put it on here, and I just turned. Alright, for this last nut on a compressor, I'm gonna come in through the control arm. It looks like I may need another extension. Let's see here. No, there's just enough space to use one long extension. Take that loose, and that's it. And then I'm going to pull it out through the top because it actually won't fit to the bottom. Alright, looks like the whole hard part about getting this damn thing out is the ground wire is blocking it, I thought, but I can't get it off the last fucking 1/2 inch of a threads, and you can thank GM. Instead of just putting a bolt there, maybe a thread on the bottom even, this would have worked a lot better. Thanks GM. Engineering, hard at work. It looks like we need to take that piece off too to get this, because it's just barely blocking this thing from coming out. Otherwise I'd have it, so I'm going to take that off too. That took a T20 to get that bolt off. Now let's see if this thing comes out a little easier. Oh, still something holding it. It's freaking stuck. Alright. Alright, looks like removing that little clip really helped. Just kind of compare parts, make sure they look all the same. This one is made in Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico, and that one's made in Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico. This dealer part costed $609 if you buy it from the dealership. I ended up buying it from XL Auto Parts for I think $367 with tax, about $300 cheaper. And the shop wanted about $700 to change it, but I wanted to save $300, and this looks like it's gonna take me about 2.5 hours to learn about your car and save some money. So do that if you can. Alright, I got the electrical connectors connected, and I put that piece back on, and I pushed back all the way. I put the AC line in its hole, that way it was kind of keeping it from moving down. I need to find my ground wire to make sure that that's going to be able to fit back where I had it to, but for the most part it looks like it's going to be just tightening bolts from here and putting the belt back on, and putting that ground back on and the shroud. But I'll show you when I'm done. Alright y'all, that concludes the video. I got everything hooked back up. Don't forget your ground line. You're tightening your AC lines. I finger tightened everything first to make sure that it was going to go in, and then tightened each bolt down. And the same for all these little side ones. You kind of want to finger tighten them first, so that way if it needs a little bit of adjustment you can move it without having to worry about it. I'm going to put the belt back on, charge the system, and that should be it. Maybe if it doesn't work, I'll make another video. And if it does, then you know that I got it all good and there were no problems. That's it, guys. Good luck. 2016 Chevy Colorado 2.5 engine. Also, don't forget to put this part back on whenever you're doing your nuts and bolts, because it's hard to get on after the tire. And I know they sell these aftermarket parts at Carbon Fiber Technologies. I think the front pair is $300. Genuine carbon. Bye.